Hi, I'm Steve Parker from Fidens. Here is your craft beer and brewing tip of the week. When we build a recipe at Fidens, we're looking at hops. We have two major hops that we use in a lot of our beers, is Citra and Nelson. Citra's in about 90% of every beer that we make. That hop for hazy beer is the ultimate hop. It has the oils, it helps with the haze that you're looking for, the flavor's amazing, and it blends so well with every single other hop. I mean, I don't really think there's a hop for this style that Citra does not blend with. So Citra is something that we will put in the base of a lot of beers. Many of our whirlpools are Citra or Citra Nelson, and then we can just use different dry hops on that base to play with Citra. When we are looking for a dry hop bill, we feel that it's very important to have one hop be the power chord, we call it. It's the one hop that gives you, so if we're gonna do let's say a Citra Galaxy Nelson beer, we're gonna look for one hop. So we're gonna we want Nelson to be that power chord. So Nelson's gonna be 50 to 60% of that dry hop, and we will accent the rest with Galaxy and Citra. We have played around with this, and we've noticed that if we are too equal with hops along the whole process, nothing sticks out. We want something to stick out, and we want the other two hops to play nice with it. If we just kind of go 25% across the board with every hop, or 33 point whatever across the board, it just doesn't work for us. We call it the power chord. We want that big hop and then accent with the other hops. Citra is one of those great hops. Nelson, great. Motueka, great. But then you have, for us, our other accent hops that we really like to use are Simcoe's, Mosaic, Stratas, Amarillo. You know, those are kind of like our accent hops to our power chord hops, as we call them. Some hops are stars and some are backup singers, you know, which very important to the recipe. For us, some stick out and really make that beer special. And we have done beers where we've done, you know, Citra at 50%, and we just accent it with different hops. And the beers are completely different, and they express themselves in completely different ways, just with small amounts of hops. You know, what we're looking for, like for us, since Citra is such a huge hop that we use, the characteristics of Citra that we're looking for is obviously that citrus, that we almost like a sweet orange vibe in our Citra, and that tropicalness with just a touch of dankness. Not over the top, but just a little bit to let you know that it's still beer and it's still there. Nelson, for another one of our big ones, we actually go later. We do later pick Nelson, and for us, and they call it a sweeter Nelson. So it is more tropical. It's more wine, tropical, sweeter, fruit-like, instead of that earlier Nelson, which can be a little more diesel-y and a little more aggressive. As we found, that later harvest, that later pick Nelson is exactly what we're looking for. Selecting hops is one of the biggest things that we do every single year. When we go up to Yakima to select our hops, we are looking for characteristics that play well in hazy beer. We're looking for a hop that produces a little more of that tropical fruit, that softness without, I mean, like we said, we do want a little bit of dankness, but just slight. We mostly want the tropical fruit character of what that hop can express. A Citra, we are looking for orange, we're looking for sweet orange, we're looking for a little bit of grapefruit and that tropicalness. Simcoe is one that we select every single year. I love Simcoe. It is actually the hop that expresses the table the best. Like it is my favorite hop to smell at the table. Simcoe has such a wide a range of smells. We kind of go for like a newer Simcoe. So a lot of the Simcoe that we select is pineapple. It's tropical. I almost call it like Hawaiian punch. Like I'm looking for a Hawaiian punch vibe in that Simcoe. Another hop that we select is Mosaic. I'm looking for that one, I'm looking for blueberry, I'm looking for orange, I'm looking for a little more dankness in that hop, that's what we like. But the one thing that we're never looking for is any of the onion, the garlic character. That is something that we stay away from in this style of beer. Even before we dry hop every single bag, sensory is done to make sure that that bag is perfect, everything smells good before you drop it in. Because if you drop pellets into a beer that smell like onion, your beer will smell like an onion. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can kind of save those for Whirlpool. Those hops are fine for that. It ferments out, but definitely not in the dry hop. Well, those are the hops that we select. We also select Strata. When we select Strata, we're looking for that strawberry kind of pink lemonade vibe and a little bit of like dankness into it. So those are like the 4 hops that we select up in Yakima. We select finished product Nelson, and like Nelson that we're looking for is the end of harvest Nelson, the sweeter, fuller Nelson, tropical, white wine vibes. To learn more about brewing Hazy IPA, click the link below.